grade 9 boys and girls. We're back and we're in the same book, ESL Comprehension by John Reynolds, and we're still in chapter 5, but this time we'll be taking up argumentative writing or persuasive writing. Writing to persuade. Okay, you are writing to persuade. When you are writing factually, it is important that the main purpose of what you write is to convey facts and details as clearly and straightforwardly as you can. However, not all the writing you will do in preparation for your Cambridge IGCSE exams will require you to write in this way. It is very likely that one of the questions will require you to present an argument or to persuade your readers to share a particular point of view. Now, when writing to persuade, you should try to use language in a slightly different way. It is likely that it will be more complex and emotively toned, with vocabulary chosen to influence your readers' feelings and not just to convey facts to them. Although it is important that you should use facts and statistics to back up your argument, it is likely that you will adapt the facts in order to try to make your argument as convincing as you can, rather simply allowing the readers to make up their own minds about them. Okay, now, we have in your book um, an example of argumentative or persuasive writing. The article that follows, or in the next slide, is an example of a piece of argumentative writing and was produced by a 14-year-old student. In it, the writer is attempting to argue in favor of wearing school uniform. Okay, let's read through the article carefully and then look at our comment. Let's see. Here. Well, I think we should wear school uniforms. Okay. Now, at this point, the writer's viewpoint is clearly stated that she is on the side of wearing school uniforms. All right, here. See? So the writer's viewpoint is clearly stated. So when you write an argumentative piece of writing, you have to state your stand in the beginning and justify in the following sentences or paragraphs. Okay. Now, it says here, firstly, because it gives you sense of uniformity, and then you justify here, when wearing the same clothing, we all look as if everyone is equally the same, and those who are poor would feel like they have fitted in to their studying environment. Some others, even the rich people, may want to find some way to fit into society. So perhaps this would be one way of doing so. Secondly, you don't have to choose your outfit every day. That's one advantage, according to the writer. Although I do understand some may say, what about Saturdays and Sundays when you don't have to go to school? My response would be, well, at least you don't have to choose for the majority of the days in the week. So it minimizes those time-consuming decisions on choosing an outfit by choosing an outfit. Or the writer means that some people can be a little picky on choosing their outfit, especially those who want to look better and rise above their ranks. The third reason is it's a practical example and it's given to support the statement. Let's read on. Thirdly, it gives identification. For example, if you are from XYZ, people in the streets or anywhere else can easily identify that you are like Shaima. So if you are lost when you are on a school excursion, teachers, passers by can easily identify you. Oh, you're wearing the uniform, so you belong to that group. You belong to Rainbow International School because you're wearing their uniform. You have the same uniform, you must be with that group. Okay, so let's see. Now, I understand that some uniforms can be a little uncomfortable. In here, In this section, the writer gives consideration to the arguments of people opposed, those who are opposing to wearing uniform, but also in the end, we will see it states reasons for thinking otherwise. Let's see. Now I understand that some uniforms can be a little uncomfortable, especially for the unfortunate ones. That cannot be solved unless certain schools allow you to adjust your uniforms. Next, you can show off your personality. I do agree with this, and it is somewhat important in certain societies. However, I do believe schools are as much concerned with education as well as with making lifelong leaders, and wearing clothing that expresses one's personality may cause jealousy, which may affect a student's education and chance to lead in the future. Furthermore, okay, this phrase, Furthermore, some may say those who are poor cannot afford their uniforms. Let's see. With this phrase, furthermore, some may say that this phrase effectively links this paragraph with with what has gone before. Okay, so this is your phrase that will link this paragraph to the previous paragraph with the similar ideas. Those who are poor cannot afford their uniforms. Certain countries have special funds provided by the ministry to allow them to purchase uniforms. For those countries which don't, I'm sure the school would understand and may give them a set of their uniform to wear. I don't believe that the school will not treat each of their students equally. If they do, then sorry for you. Okay, let's continue. Speaking from where I am, my school and other neighboring schools do not treat everyone unequally, so they are treated equally. All the students from the writer's school. Everyone is given the opportunity to study well or to lead. It's up to the students whether they want it or not. Okay, some would say, hey, those schools of a higher rank, those requiring good grades to enter, would bully the ones who wear uniforms of a lower rank school. The truth is, even if you wear or do not wear your uniforms, you still get bullied. Either way, the percentage may be different, but it's very close to being equal. For example, if you wear a uniform and you do something stupid, which gives the opportunity for bullies to bully you, it's the same as if you're wearing something that is old and tattered or even not up with the current fashion. You'll still get bullied, won't you? Okay, the next paragraph will talk about how each paragraph contains a new main point which is developed. Okay, here we have a new viewpoint, a new topic, a new point of view. Let's read on. One of the major reasons for people to oppose this is out of a sense of freedom or fairness. And this is the uh, topic sentence in this particular product. The topic is different from the previous paragraphs, if you will notice. And the succeeding sentence here you will find they will support this topic sentence. Let's see the major reasons for people to oppose. Okay, yes, I do understand this. However, sometimes there are things in life that you are restricted to, such as laws and rules and regulations, which keep you in shape. As a student, I agree. I do feel that I don't have my freedom. The tie I have to wear makes me feel like I'm a dog on a leash, but I have started to realize that certain restrictions do help us. For example, wearing tie seems to be a bore, a tradition I used to hate, but now I realize it was to help us as it shows a sense of formality, discipline, and respect to oneself and others. Okay, lastly, here, some people say it's just a piece of clothing. How does it help at all? It is generally useless. I do agree, it's just a piece of clothing, but I do believe there's a meaning for it, a significance, even if it may be a hidden meaning. It shows that we are united. We are together as a school. Our dignity, our potential is actually all